From 2005 to 2009, dancehall was in the grip of a movement unlike anything Jamaica had ever seen before. The Gaza Empire, led by Vybz Kartel, wasn't just about music, it was about lifestyle, image, and influence. This was a time when Kartel's lyrical dominance met street fashion head-on, and in the middle of it all was a simple, timeless pair of shoes, Clarks. Before the worldwide craze, and before the 2010 song Clarks with Popcaan and Vanessa Bling, the seeds were already planted. In the early Gaza years, Kartel was quietly, and sometimes not so quietly, weaving Clarks into the DNA of the Gaza brand. Fans didn't just listen to Kartel, they dressed like him, walked like him, lived like him. Kartel's early fashion choices were deliberate. In an era when many artists leaned towards oversized jeans and baggy shirts, Kartel came with a sharper, street chic aesthetic, slim-fitted jeans, crisp button-downs, fitted caps, and clean footwear. And among that footwear rotation, Clarks, desert boots, and wallabies. This wasn't a coincidence. Clarks had been a part of Jamaican streetwear since the 1980s, worn by sound system selectors, street hustlers, and dancehall loyalists. But what Kartel did between 2005 and 2009 was reframe Clarks from being just a respected shoe into a status symbol within the Gaza world. Whether it was stage performance in St. Thomas, street dances in Portmore, or even magazine photo shoots, Kartel's Clarks were part of the uniform. While the 2010 hit Clarks was the official anthem, Kartel was already name-dropping fashion brands, including Clarks, in earlier tracks like Straight Jeans and Fitted, which had roots before the 2010 era, hinted at Kartel's obsession with clean, tailored style and expensive footwear. Even without direct lyrical promotions, fans were picking up the cues visually. Music videos, promotional posters, and stage appearances created a feedback loop. Gaza youth saw Kartel in Clarks, and soon they wanted their own pair. By mid-2010, it was almost impossible to attend a street dance in Portmore or Halfway Tree without seeing young men rocking desert Clarks. In downtown Kingston, Clarks became a quiet badge of respect. If your pair was clean and fresh, it signaled you had status and style. Clarks weren't cheap either. This was part of the allure. In the same way flashy jewelry signaled success, owning multiple pairs of Clarks showed you had money to spend. This period also saw the rise of dance crews and selectors aligning themselves with the Gaza look. Slim jeans, fitted caps, and a polished Clarks to complete the outfit. Even clashes and lyrical wars didn't stop the Clarks wave. If anything, it made it more visible, as rival camps tried to outshine each other's style. While Clarks were the crown jewel, the early Gaza era had other fashion signatures that went hand in hand. Fitted caps, often new era baseball caps tilted just right. Slim fit jeans. Kartel popularized the fitted style in an era still dominated by baggy pants. White tees and button downs, a clean top to match the clean shoe, jewelry, Cuban link chains, Gaza dog tags, and statement watches. The way Kartel mixed these elements created a blueprint for how a young Gaza supporter should look, and in nearly every combination, Clarks found its place. Some of the most iconic early Gaza era performances featured Kartel stepping out in freshly polished Clarks. Events like Fully Loaded, Portmore Awards, and stage shows across the island became fashion runways where Kartel was the headliner in both music and style. Photographs from the era show the shoes in a crisp condition, a signal that Kartel wasn't just wearing Clarks for convenience, but because it was a visual extension of his brand. When 2010's Clarks officially exploded worldwide, many fans thought it was a brand new obsession, but for Gaza loyalists, it was simply the world catching up to something they had been living for years. The early Gaza era laid the groundwork for that moment. Without the years of consistent branding, without the street-level adoption between 2005 and 2009, the 2010 Clarks wave would have been just another dancehall trend. Instead, it became a global phenomenon, and it all started with those subtle but powerful years when Kartel was building Gaza culture from the ground up. The early Gaza era wasn't just about lyrical dominance, it was about influencing every corner of youth culture. And Clarks stood at the center of that influence. From Portmore streets to uptown parties, from hardcore fans to casual listeners, the Gaza look, and especially the Gaza shoe, left its mark. Even today, a clean pair of Clarks still carries echoes of that time. The way you lace them, the way you walk in them, the way you style them. For some, it's just fashion, but for those who lived it, it's a statement. Because in the Gaza world, Clarks wasn't just footwear, it was identity.